Hello, friends. Have you ever wondered, why am I really here? Many people feel lost, as if something important is missing in their lives. Today, let's follow Emma's journey. She wants to find her life purpose, and you might discover yours too. Part 1. The Question in the Mirror. Emma always woke up early, greeted by the gentle light from her window. Every morning felt calm, but her heart felt empty. She did the same things every day: go to work, come home, eat dinner, and watch TV. She wondered if life was meant to be more than this routine. One morning, while brushing her teeth, Emma looked into the mirror. She saw her tired eyes and asked herself, "Is this all my life is meant to be?" The question stayed in her mind all day. At work, she looked at her busy coworkers and wondered if they felt the same. At lunch, Emma met her best friend Sarah, a cheerful nurse who loved her job. Emma asked, "Sarah, how did you find what you wanted to do in life?" Sarah smiled kindly and replied, "Finding your purpose is like searching for hidden treasure. It takes time, but it's worth it." Sarah continued, "Ask yourself what makes you happy or excited. Remember, it's okay if you don't know yet. Trying new things can help you learn more about yourself." Emma listened closely, feeling hope for the first time in weeks. She wrote Sarah's words in her notebook. That night, Emma sat in her room and wondered what she liked to do as a child. She remembered painting, drawing, and playing music. These things made her feel alive. "Maybe I can try painting again," she thought. Her heart felt a little lighter as she made her plan. The next day, Emma found a painting class at the local community center. She was nervous but also excited. When she arrived, she met Mr. John, a friendly teacher. "Welcome, Emma," he said. "Just relax and have fun with the colors. There's no right or wrong in art." Emma dipped her brush in blue paint and moved it across the canvas. She forgot her worries as she focused on each color and shape. For the first time in a long time, she felt peace. Mr. John walked by and said, "Emma, your painting tells a story. Everyone has a story inside." At the end of class, Emma smiled at her painting. It was not perfect, but it made her happy. On her way home, she felt different. Maybe, she thought, trying new things is the first step to finding my purpose. She wrote in her notebook, "I enjoy making art. I feel peaceful." That night, Emma asked herself two questions. What did I enjoy today? And what made me feel alive? She wrote her answers and decided to try something new every week. She wanted to discover more about herself and find what made her heart full of joy. The next week, Emma helped Sarah at the hospital as a volunteer. She brought books to children, listened to their stories, and made them laugh. Emma saw how small acts of kindness could brighten someone's day. She noticed she felt good when she helped others. Emma added a new note in her book, "Helping people makes me happy." She looked back at her notes and saw a pattern. She felt happiest when she was creating or giving. This simple truth gave her hope. Maybe her purpose was connected to these things. On Sunday, Emma took a long walk in the park to think. She watched families play, friends talk, and old couples walk hand in hand. She realized everyone was searching for meaning in their own way. She felt connected to them, even though they were strangers. Emma asked herself, what if my life purpose is not just one thing, but a mix of many things I love? She smiled at the thought. The search for purpose did not feel so scary anymore. It felt like an adventure, and every day was a chance to learn more about herself. Before bed, Emma read over her notes and thought about the small changes she had made. She felt proud for taking the first steps, even if she was still unsure about her future. She realized that asking questions and being open to new experiences was important. Emma decided to keep a purpose journal. She would write what made her happy, what she learned, and how she helped others. This journal would be her guide on the journey to finding her purpose. She promised herself to stay curious and brave. As Emma drifted to sleep, she whispered, I am searching for my purpose, and that is enough for today. She felt hope rising in her heart, a quiet hope that tomorrow would bring new answers. Her story was just beginning, and so is yours. Every journey starts with a question and a little courage. What would you write in your purpose journal tonight? Think about it and get ready for the next part of Emma's journey, a journey that might inspire your own search for true meaning. Part 2. New Doors Open. Emma woke up feeling excited. She had promised herself to try new things each week. That morning she smiled as she wrote, "Today is a new chance to find what I love." Emma believed that every little step could bring her closer to her life's purpose. Her first stop was the library. Emma loved reading, so she joined a book club. The group talked about stories and shared their dreams. Emma listened carefully. One person wanted to write a book, another wanted to travel the world. Emma realized she was not alone in her search. During the meeting, Emma met Daniel, who was quiet but friendly. Daniel shared how he once felt lost too. He said, "Trying new things helped me see what made me feel alive. It's okay to be unsure. Just keep moving forward and learn from everything you try." Inspired by Daniel's story, Emma went home and listed all the things she wanted to try: cooking, gardening, learning a new language, and joining a music group. Her list was long, but it made her feel excited. She could not wait to begin her new adventures. The next day, Emma tried cooking a new recipe. At first, she made mistakes. The soup was too salty and the bread was burned. Emma laughed at herself and remembered what Sarah said. It's okay if you don't get it right the first time. Learning is part of the journey. Emma decided not to give up. She tried cooking again, and slowly she got better. She shared her food with neighbors and felt happy when they smiled. Emma realized she loved making others feel cared for. She wrote, "Cooking brings people together. I feel joyful." One sunny afternoon, Emma planted seeds in her garden. She watched the soil and waited for green shoots to appear. She realized that finding purpose was a lot like gardening. You plant small seeds of hope, water them with effort, and wait patiently for them to grow. As days passed, Emma kept writing in her purpose journal. Sometimes she felt lost, but she always wrote about her feelings. Her journal became her friend. When she felt confused, she would read her old notes and remember that progress is not always a straight line. Emma tried learning Spanish at a language class. She was shy to speak at first, but her teacher, Mrs. Perez, encouraged her. "Mistakes are proof you are trying," Mrs. Perez said. Emma learned new words and enjoyed making friends from different cultures. At the end of the week, Emma joined a local music group. She was nervous but excited to play the guitar again. The group welcomed her warmly. When they played music together, Emma felt connected to everyone in the room. She felt her heart beat with happiness. Every night, Emma reflected on her day. She asked, "What made me smile today?" She wrote about her mistakes and her successes. She learned that trying new things brought new energy into her life. She was no longer afraid to step out of her comfort zone. One night, while Emma wrote in her journal, she realized she had changed. She was braver than before. She had made new friends, learned new skills, and discovered new things she loved. Emma felt proud of herself for not giving up when things were hard. She also noticed that the more she tried, the more she understood about herself. Emma thought, maybe finding my purpose is about growing and learning every day, not just reaching one big goal. This idea comforted her. She didn't need to rush. Emma found a new confidence. She started helping at the community center, teaching painting to children. She saw their smiles and felt that maybe her purpose was to share joy and help others find what they love too. Emma saw that purpose could be shared. At the end of each week, Emma celebrated her small wins. She took time to rest and thank herself for being brave. She learned to be kind to herself, even when she made mistakes. Emma understood that everyone's journey was different, and that was okay. One evening, Daniel invited Emma to speak at the book club. He said, "Your story inspires us, Emma. Can you share your journey with everyone?" Emma was surprised. She was not sure if her story was special, but she agreed. She wanted to give others hope. The day of the meeting, Emma stood in front of the group. She felt nervous, but remembered Sarah's words, "Speak from your heart, and people will listen." Emma shared her ups and downs, her fears and joys. She told them it was okay not to have all the answers. When Emma finished, the room was silent for a moment. Then people clapped and smiled. Emma saw hope in their eyes. She realized that sharing her story had touched others. Emma felt a new kind of happiness, one that comes from helping others feel understood. As she walked home, Emma felt a deep sense of peace. She realized that everyone's journey is special, and every story matters. She thanked herself for being brave, for growing, and for never giving up. Emma smiled, knowing her journey was still going on. Before going to sleep, Emma wrote in her journal, "Today, I gave others hope." She reflected on all she had learned and felt grateful. She thought about how helping others might be a big part of her purpose. Emma drifted off to sleep with hope in her heart. What new thing will you try this week to discover your purpose? Write it down and celebrate every step, no matter how small. Every journey is important, and your story matters too. Get ready for the next part. Emma's biggest challenge is coming soon. Part 3. Facing doubt and finding strength. Emma felt her days were brighter, but sometimes doubts would sneak into her mind. One cloudy morning, she woke up feeling unsure. She wondered, what if I never find my true purpose? What if I am just pretending? The questions made her heart feel heavy and tired. She tried to push the thoughts away by going for a walk. The sky was gray and the air was cold. Emma looked at the ground, thinking about all her new experiences. Were they enough? Did she make the right choices? She wondered if others felt lost, too. Emma met Sarah at a small cafe. She shared her worries, her voice soft and uncertain. Sarah listened kindly and said, "Everyone feels lost sometimes. Even when you look happy, it's normal to have doubts. The important thing is not to give up searching." Sarah told Emma a story from her own life. She said, "When I became a nurse, I was afraid every day. I made mistakes and sometimes wanted to quit, but each mistake taught me something. My purpose grew from my struggles, not just from my dreams." Hearing Sarah's story made Emma feel less alone. She realized that doubts were part of the journey. She wrote in her purpose journal, "It's okay to feel unsure. Doubt means I care about what I'm doing." Emma promised herself to be patient and keep moving forward. One evening, Emma was invited to a local event called Stories of Change. People from the community shared their journeys. Some talked about failing many times before finding what made them happy. Emma listened to their stories and felt inspired. A young woman named Lila spoke about losing her job and feeling hopeless. She said, "I thought my purpose was my career. But when I lost it, I discovered my love for teaching children. I found my purpose when I least expected it." Emma wrote, "Purpose can change." After the event, Emma thanked Lila for her story. Lila smiled and said, "You are not alone on this path. Each person's journey is special, and sometimes your purpose finds you when you are busy living." Emma felt hope growing in her heart once more. Emma remembered a quote from her notebook, "The journey is more important than the destination." She repeated it to herself every morning. Whenever she felt lost, she would read her old notes and remember how far she had come since that first question in the mirror. Emma tried something new. She started a small group at the community center for people who also wanted to find their purpose. At the first meeting, only 3 people came. Emma felt nervous, but she remembered her promise to be brave and keep learning. She welcomed them warmly and shared her own story. Slowly, the others shared their dreams and fears. Some wanted to start a new hobby. Others wanted to change jobs. Emma saw that everyone was searching, and that sharing helped people feel less alone. Over the weeks, more people joined the group. They laughed, cried, and encouraged each other. Emma saw how kindness and listening could change lives. She realized that being there for others was a powerful way to grow and find meaning. Emma's group started doing small projects together, planting trees, helping the elderly, and cleaning the park. Each project brought them closer. Emma felt proud to see everyone grow. She understood that her journey was about more than herself. It was about helping others. One day Daniel asked Emma, "Do you still have doubts?" Emma smiled and said, "Sometimes, yes. But I know now that doubt is a friend, not an enemy. It means I'm growing and learning." Daniel nodded. "You inspire all of us, Emma. Thank you for not giving up." Emma realized her purpose was not a fixed goal, but a journey of giving, learning, and growing every day. She wrote in her journal, "Purpose is found in the way we touch other lives." Emma felt grateful for her doubts because they helped her become stronger. As the weeks passed, Emma's group became a safe place for people to dream, try, and support one another. Emma's heart was full. She saw herself in each person's journey and understood that every story mattered, including her own. One night, Emma received a letter from a group member. The letter said, "Thank you for your kindness and courage. You helped me find hope again." Emma cried happy tears, feeling the true meaning of her journey. She kept the letter in her journal as a reminder. Emma looked in the mirror again, but this time she saw a new person, brave, kind, and hopeful. She realized that she had grown so much. She no longer feared the unknown. She trusted herself and knew that every day was a chance to learn something new. Before she slept, Emma wrote, "My purpose grows with every small act of kindness." She thought about how every struggle had helped her find her strength. She reflected on the value of patience, courage, and friendship in her journey. Have you ever felt doubt on your path to finding purpose? Remember, doubts are signs you care. Be patient with yourself. Celebrate every small win and trust that your journey has meaning even when you cannot see it yet. Emma's journey is not over. Her biggest lesson is yet to come. Part 4. The Power of Letting Go. One bright morning, Emma sat by her window, listening to the birds. She felt peaceful, but deep inside, a new question came. Was she holding on to things that stopped her from moving forward? She wondered if sometimes, to find her purpose, she needed to let go. Emma thought about her past mistakes, her fears, and all the worries she still carried. She asked herself, what would happen if I forgave myself for the things I can't change? This thought was scary, but it made Emma feel lighter. She wanted to learn how to let go. Later that week, Emma visited her childhood home. The rooms were filled with memories, some happy, some sad. Emma picked up an old drawing from when she was little. It reminded her of dreams she had forgotten. She smiled, knowing that part of her still loved to create. In her purpose journal, Emma wrote, I forgive myself for past mistakes. I will carry only what makes me strong. She understood that holding on to old pain made it harder to move forward. Emma decided to let go of regrets and believe in a new beginning. Emma talked to Sarah about letting go. Sarah listened and said, letting go is hard, but it gives space for new things to grow. Sometimes you have to say goodbye to old fears to make room for hope. Emma thanked Sarah for always believing in her. Inspired, Emma cleaned her room and gave away things she no longer needed. Each item carried a story, but she knew it was time to let go. She donated her old books and clothes, hoping they would bring joy to someone else. Emma felt a new sense of freedom. Emma joined a workshop about mindfulness. The teacher, Mrs. Lee, taught everyone to breathe deeply and be present. When you let go of yesterday and stop worrying about tomorrow, you can feel peace today, Mrs. Lee said. Emma practiced being present each day. One afternoon, Emma found herself thinking about someone who hurt her in the past. The memory made her sad, but Emma decided to forgive. She wrote a letter to that person, not to send, but to free herself from anger. Emma felt a heavy weight leave her heart. As she continued her journey, Emma noticed she was braver and more open. She tried new activities without fear of failing. She let herself make mistakes and learn from them. Emma understood that every experience, good or bad, could help her grow. Emma's group at the community center noticed her change. They said she looked happier and more confident. Emma shared her story about letting go and how it helped her feel free. The group was inspired, and many started their own journey of forgiveness and hope. Emma learned that letting go did not mean forgetting. It meant choosing peace over pain and hope over fear. She realized that her heart had more space for joy, kindness, and new dreams. Emma thanked herself for being brave enough to let go. One day, Emma was invited to speak at a local event. She told the audience, "Letting go is a gift you give to yourself. When you make room for new things, you can find your purpose more clearly." People clapped, and some even wiped away tears. After the event, a young man named Alex approached Emma. He said, "Your story helped me. I want to let go of my past, too. Thank you for sharing." Emma felt proud that her journey could inspire someone else to find freedom and hope. Emma reflected in her journal, "Letting go is part of growing. It is not easy, but it opens doors to new beginnings." She thought about how far she had come. From feeling lost and full of doubt, now she was a source of hope for others. As the days went by, Emma felt lighter and more peaceful. She noticed the small joys around her, the sound of laughter, the colors of the sunset, the kindness of friends. She realized that when you let go of old pain, you can see beauty everywhere. Emma also learned to forgive herself every day. She stopped blaming herself for not having all the answers. She trusted that her journey had meaning, even with its ups and downs. Emma believed that every new day brought a chance for purpose and joy. One evening, Emma's group planned a celebration to thank her for leading them. They brought flowers and letters of thanks. Emma felt overwhelmed with gratitude. She realized that by helping others let go, she had also healed her own heart. Emma wrote in her journal, "I am thankful for every step of this journey. Letting go has made me stronger, kinder, and more open to life's gifts." She promised herself to keep learning, keep growing, and keep sharing her story with others. As she closed her journal, Emma smiled. She understood now that finding purpose is not about being perfect. It's about being brave enough to start, gentle enough to let go, and strong enough to keep going. Her journey was still unfolding, with new lessons ahead. What do you need to let go of to find your purpose? Take a deep breath, forgive yourself, and make space for new hope. Remember, your story matters, and every day is a chance to start again. In the next part, Emma faces an unexpected test. Will she stay true to her path? Part 5. An Unexpected Challenge. One morning, Emma received a phone call that changed everything. Her company was closing, and she would soon lose her job. At first, Emma felt shocked and afraid. Questions raced through her mind. How would she pay her bills? What would happen to her plans? Emma sat on her bed, holding her phone tightly. The fear felt heavy in her chest. She thought about her journey so far, all the lessons, the friends, and the moments of hope. Emma wondered if this challenge was a test to see how strong she had truly become. She called Sarah, her best friend, and told her the news. Sarah listened and said, "Emma, you have grown so much. Remember, every challenge is a chance to learn. Trust yourself and the path you are on. I believe in you." Emma felt comforted by Sarah's words. That night, Emma wrote in her purpose journal, "Even when I am afraid, I will keep moving forward. Every problem has a lesson." She promised herself to see the situation as a new adventure, even though she did not know what would happen next. The next day, Emma updated her resume and began looking for new jobs. She felt nervous but also curious about new possibilities. She remembered what Mrs. Lee had said about being present. Emma tried to focus on each small step, not the big picture all at once. Emma spent her days applying for jobs, going to interviews, and meeting new people. Sometimes she felt discouraged when she got no answer or was told no. Each time, she reminded herself, "I am strong. I am learning. My journey is not over." During this time, Emma leaned on her friends and the group at the community center. They encouraged her and shared their own stories of facing hard times. Emma realized she was not alone. Everyone has moments of fear and uncertainty, and that is okay. Emma found comfort in her purpose journal. She wrote about her fears and hopes every day. She looked for small joys, like a warm cup of tea or a kind word from a friend. Emma believed that even in hard times, there was always something to be grateful for. One afternoon, Emma received a job offer at a small art studio. The pay was less than her old job, but the work was meaningful. She would help teach art to children and organize community events. Emma wondered if this new job was a step closer to her true purpose. Emma talked to Daniel, who said, "Sometimes the best opportunities come when we least expect them." Follow your heart, Emma. It will lead you where you need to be. Emma smiled, feeling a spark of hope. She accepted the job, ready for a new beginning. Working at the art studio, Emma felt alive. She loved teaching children and helping them express their feelings through color and creativity. She watched as shy kids grew confident, smiling at their own artwork. Emma realized she was helping others find their voices. At night, Emma reflected on her journey. She wrote, "Every challenge has helped me grow. Losing my job showed me that my true strength comes from inside." Emma felt proud for not giving up and for turning a hard moment into a new chance for happiness. Emma also learned to trust the timing of life. Sometimes, doors close so new ones can open. She understood that finding purpose is not always a straight road. There are twists and turns, but each step brings new wisdom and courage. One evening, Emma's group organized an art show for the community. Everyone shared their paintings and stories. Emma was moved by the creativity and hope she saw in each person. She realized that helping others grow was a big part of her own purpose. At the end of the show, a young girl hugged Emma and said, "Thank you for helping me believe in myself." Emma's heart filled with joy. She knew she was on the right path, even if it was different from what she first imagined. Emma wrote in her journal, "Sometimes purpose finds us in the middle of change." Every challenge is a lesson in courage and hope. She felt grateful for her new job, her friends, and the journey that had brought her to this moment. Even though the future was uncertain, Emma felt strong. She trusted herself and the lessons she had learned. She knew that she could handle whatever came next. Emma believed that every day was a chance to start again and find new meaning. What would you do if life gave you a new challenge? Would you see it as a problem or as a chance to grow? Remember, every difficult moment can teach us something important. In the next part, Emma faces a choice that will shape her journey forever. Part 6. Choosing the Heart's Path. After a few weeks at the art studio, Emma was offered a new job at a large company. The pay was much better, and many people told her it was a smart choice. Emma sat quietly, thinking about the decision. Should she choose security or follow her heart's passion? Emma remembered the feeling of joy when she taught children to paint. She saw the smiles on their faces, and she felt her own heart shine. But she also knew the fear of not having enough money. The choice seemed so hard, and Emma felt torn between two paths. One evening, Emma talked to her group at the community center. She shared her thoughts and fears. Daniel said, "You have to ask yourself what really matters to you. Money is important, but happiness is too. What makes you feel alive each day?" Sarah also shared her wisdom. She said, "Sometimes our dreams ask us to be brave. Listen to your heart, Emma. Trust that you will find a way." Emma thanked her friends for listening and promised herself to think carefully about her choice. That night, Emma wrote in her journal, "I want to live with purpose, not just comfort. I want to help others, grow, and feel joy every day." She thought about her journey so far, all the lessons and all the things she had learned about herself. Emma decided to make a list. On one side, she wrote the good things about working at the art studio: joy, friendship, creativity, and helping others. On the other side, she wrote about the big company: security, money, and status. She looked at both lists for a long time. The next day, Emma took a long walk in the park. She watched the children play, saw the sunlight shining on the leaves, and listened to the birds. She breathed deeply, hoping for a sign. She remembered Mrs. Lee's words, "Be present. Your heart will guide you." Emma closed her eyes and asked herself, "What do I really want?" The answer came softly but clearly. She wanted a life full of meaning, not just comfort. Emma smiled, knowing what she needed to do. She felt peace in her heart for the first time in days. Emma called the company and thanked them for the offer, but she said no. She chose to stay at the art studio, even though it was scary. Emma believed that true happiness comes from following your heart, even if the path is uncertain. At first, some people questioned her choice. They said she was being foolish. Emma listened, but she did not change her mind. She remembered her own journey and how much she had grown. Emma felt strong and proud for staying true to herself. Emma worked even harder at the art studio. She planned new classes, helped more children, and started a small art club for teenagers. She loved seeing the young artists discover their voices and their confidence. Emma felt her own purpose growing stronger. One day, Emma received a letter from a parent. It said, "Thank you for helping my daughter believe in herself. Your kindness made a difference." Emma read the letter over and over, tears of joy in her eyes. She knew she had made the right choice. Emma's group at the community center celebrated her decision. They brought her a cake and flowers, and each person shared how Emma had inspired them. Emma realized that her courage to choose her heart's path had given others hope to do the same. Emma wrote in her journal, "Sometimes the hardest choices are the most important. When you listen to your heart, you find the strength to become who you are meant to be." She felt grateful for her journey, her friends, and the lessons she had learned. As days passed, Emma felt more at peace. She still faced challenges, but she knew she could trust herself. Every day brought new joys and new ways to grow. Emma believed that living with purpose meant choosing love, kindness, and hope again and again. Emma also learned that it is okay to be different. Not everyone would understand her choices, but that was all right. Emma's journey was hers alone, and she was proud of who she was becoming. She felt strong, brave, and hopeful about the future. Before bed, Emma looked at the stars and whispered, "Thank you for guiding me." She knew the journey was not over, but she was ready for whatever came next. Emma promised herself to keep growing, keep learning, and always follow her heart. What would you choose if you had to decide between comfort and purpose? Remember, your heart knows the way. Trust yourself and take the first brave step. In the next part, Emma discovers a new dream that will change her life forever. Part 7. A New Dream is Born. One afternoon, as Emma was helping the children clean their paintbrushes, she saw a flyer on the wall. It was for a contest called Art for Change. The winner's art project would be supported to help even more people in the community. Emma's heart beat faster. Emma felt a mix of excitement and fear. The contest sounded like a big chance to make a difference. She wondered, could I really win? Am I good enough? Emma remembered her promise to always try, even when she was afraid. She took a deep breath and smiled. She shared the news with her friends at the art studio. Daniel said, "Emma, you have helped so many people already. Your art tells a powerful story." Sarah encouraged her. "Go for it, Emma. You never know how many lives you could touch." Emma decided to enter. That night, Emma wrote in her journal, "I am ready to share my dream. I want to use art to bring hope and kindness to the world." She felt nervous, but she also felt brave. She started planning her project, thinking about all the people who had inspired her. Emma asked the children for ideas. They wanted to paint a big mural that showed their dreams for the future. Some wished for happy families, others for a clean park, or a world full of color. Emma loved their ideas and felt proud to be their guide. Together, Emma and the children started designing the mural. They worked after school and on weekends. The walls slowly filled with bright images of hope, love, and community. Emma felt a deep sense of joy watching everyone work together. Emma faced challenges too. Sometimes the children argued about what to paint. Sometimes the colors did not turn out as planned, but Emma remembered to be patient. She taught the children that mistakes were part of creating something beautiful. As the mural grew, people from the neighborhood stopped to watch. Some offered to help, others brought snacks and drinks. Emma saw how one dream could bring a whole community together. She wrote, "When we share our dreams, we inspire others to dream too." The deadline for the contest came closer. Emma and the children worked hard to finish. On the last day, they stood back and looked at the mural. It was not perfect, but it was full of love and hope. Emma smiled, feeling proud of everyone's effort. Emma sent photos and a story about the mural to the contest judges. For days, she waited for the result. Sometimes she felt afraid. But Emma reminded herself that the real reward was the happiness and pride in the children's eyes. One afternoon, Emma received a letter. Her hand shook as she opened it. The judges loved the mural and invited Emma and the children to an award ceremony. They had won. The whole community cheered and celebrated their success. At the ceremony, Emma gave a short speech. She thanked the children, her friends, and everyone who had helped. She said, "Art brings us together. It helps us dream, hope, and heal. Our purpose grows when we lift each other up." The art project was given support to continue. Emma started teaching more classes and helped other neighborhoods paint their own murals. She saw shy children grow brave and quiet people find their voices. Emma realized her dream was not just hers, it belonged to everyone. Emma reflected, "Purpose grows when we work together and lift each other." She saw that her own journey had created space for others to find their way too. Emma felt grateful for her struggles, her choices, and every person she met along the way. Emma's story began with doubt and questions, but now she inspired others to believe in themselves. She remembered the little girl who loved to paint, and she thanked her for never giving up. Emma promised to keep dreaming, no matter how big or small. Even with this big success, Emma knew her journey would continue. Life would bring new challenges and dreams. But now she trusted herself and her path. She believed every person, even you, can make a difference if you follow your heart. What dream would you share with the world if you could? Remember, even the smallest ideas can grow into something beautiful. In the next part, Emma learns that purpose can change and grow with each new chapter of life. Part 8. The journey continues. After the contest, Emma's life felt fuller than ever. She walked through the neighborhood and saw how the mural made people smile. Some children pointed proudly, telling friends, "I helped paint that." Emma felt joy in her heart, knowing her dream had touched others. But life kept moving, and Emma faced new choices. The art studio offered her a chance to lead a big project in another city. It was exciting, but also meant leaving her home and the community she loved. Emma felt both hope and sadness as she thought about the offer. Emma spoke to Sarah and Daniel. Sarah said, You have made a difference here, Emma. Maybe you can help more people in the new city. Daniel added, You have the courage to start again anywhere. Trust your heart, like you always have. Their words helped Emma think deeply. That night, Emma sat in her favorite chair and reflected on her journey. She wrote in her journal, Purpose can change as we grow. Sometimes we need to be brave and say yes to new adventures. She realized every new chapter brings a chance to discover more about herself. Emma decided to visit the new city before making her choice. She walked through busy streets, visited schools and parks, and met friendly faces. She saw children who needed hope and kindness, just like back home. Emma's heart felt the familiar spark of inspiration. Emma thought about the lessons she had learned. She knew she was stronger now. She believed her purpose was not just about art, but about helping people find their voice and their dreams. She wanted to bring joy, hope, and love wherever she went. Emma returned home and shared her thoughts with her group. They hugged her and said they would always support her. Some cried, but everyone cheered for Emma's new journey. Emma felt thankful for the love and encouragement from her friends. Before leaving, Emma organized one last art class. She told the children, Your dreams matter. Keep painting, keep growing, and always believe in yourself. The children promised to remember her words and to make their own beautiful art in the future. Emma packed her things and said goodbye to her old room. She took her purpose journal, some photos, and the letters from her friends. Emma felt both sad and excited. She was leaving behind what she knew, but she was ready for new challenges and new hope. As Emma traveled to the new city, she watched the world pass by outside the window. She thought about her first days searching for purpose and how much she had changed. Emma felt proud for being brave enough to follow her heart. When she arrived, Emma was welcomed by the people at the new art studio. They were happy to have her and eager to start new projects. Emma felt nervous, but she trusted herself. She knew that every journey starts with a single step, just like before. Emma quickly made friends in the new city. She started a small art group and invited everyone to join, no matter their age or skill. The group grew, and soon people from different backgrounds came together to create and share their stories. Emma found joy in learning about others and helping them discover their gifts. She realized that her purpose would always be connected to making a difference in people's lives. Every day she wrote in her journal, Today I helped someone grow. Today I grew too. Sometimes Emma missed her old friends and her neighborhood. She called Sarah and Daniel often, sharing her ups and downs. They reminded her that true friendship stays strong, even when miles apart. Emma felt comforted and less alone. As weeks turned into months, Emma saw the new art studio come alive with colors and laughter. She watched shy children become confident and new friendships form. Emma felt at home, knowing she was part of something bigger than herself. Emma learned that purpose is not one big thing. It is found in the little moments of love, courage, and kindness every day. She promised herself to keep growing, keep trying new things, and keep believing in the power of hope. Before bed, Emma looked out her window at the city lights. She wrote, Every place I go, I bring my dreams and help others find theirs. My journey will never truly end because purpose keeps growing with me. Emma smiled, excited for the next adventure. What new journey would you start if you were brave enough? Remember, your purpose can change as you grow. Don't be afraid to try something new or follow a new path. Emma's story shows that every ending is also a new beginning. In the next part, Emma faces a surprising moment that helps her see her purpose even more clearly. Get ready for a powerful lesson about the meaning of home and heart. Part 9. Home is where the heart grows. Months passed and Emma's new city began to feel like home. She decorated her small apartment with art and photos of her friends. The people at the art studio became like family, and every day was filled with new ideas, laughter, and moments of inspiration. One morning, Emma received a letter from her old community center. They invited her to a big celebration to honor her work and to see how much the group had grown. Emma's heart felt warm and a little homesick. She missed her friends and the children she had helped. Emma decided to visit for the celebration. When she arrived, everyone greeted her with hugs and happy tears. The children ran to show her their new paintings. Some of her old students were now teaching others, passing on the lessons Emma had given them. During the celebration, Sarah stood up to give a speech. She said, "Emma taught us that purpose is not just something we find, but something we share. She showed us how to be brave and kind. Our community is better because of her." Emma felt tears of joy fill her eyes. After the celebration, Emma walked through her old neighborhood. She saw the mural, bright and beautiful, just as they had painted it together. People still stopped to admire the colors and read the stories. Emma realized her impact was still growing, even after she left. Emma spent time talking with Daniel, who is now leading the community group. He said, "You inspired me, Emma. Now I help others just like you did." Emma was proud to see her friends shining and making a difference. She saw that purpose can grow in many hearts. Before going back to her new city, Emma met with the children. They asked her questions about her adventures and told her their dreams for the future. Emma encouraged them to be brave, to keep learning, and to help each other find hope in every day. That night, Emma wrote in her journal, "Home is not just a place. It is where your heart grows, where your dreams begin, and where love is shared." She felt grateful for every part of her journey, every friend, and every lesson she had learned along the way. Returning to her new city, Emma reflected on the meaning of home. She realized that she could carry her sense of purpose and belonging wherever she went. She understood that helping others and growing with them would always make any place feel like home. Emma continued her work at the art studio, guiding new students and building new friendships. She started a program to connect her old and new communities. The children in both cities wrote letters and shared art, learning from each other's stories and dreams. Emma saw how small acts of kindness could cross distances and touch many lives. She knew that even though people come and go, the love and hope we share remain. She promised herself to always stay open to new experiences and to keep her heart connected to others. As the seasons changed, Emma saw herself growing again. She became more confident, more creative, and more caring. Every day brought a new chance to learn something or to help someone. Emma's sense of purpose was alive and growing stronger. One evening, Emma received a visit from Alex, the young man she had inspired at the community event long ago. He told her, "Emma, I started my own art class for children. You showed me that one person can change many lives." Emma felt her heart fill with pride and hope. Emma realized her journey had come full circle. The people she had once helped were now helping others. Her purpose had multiplied and taken on new forms. She saw that even small seeds of kindness could grow into a garden of dreams and hope. Before bed, Emma wrote, "Our true home is in the hearts we touch and the dreams we share." She knew she would continue to move, to change, and to learn. Emma trusted that as long as she followed her heart, she would always find her way home. What does home mean to you? Remember, you can carry the feeling of home wherever you go when you fill your life with kindness, courage, and love. In the next part, Emma's story reaches a powerful and heartwarming conclusion about purpose and meaning. Part 10. The Heart of Purpose, ending. Emma woke up one morning with sunlight filling her room. She looked around at her art, her photos, and the small gifts from her students. Emma smiled, feeling peace in her heart. She realized how much she had changed since her search for purpose first began. That day, Emma was asked to speak at a big event for young people looking for meaning in their lives. She felt nervous but also excited. Emma thought about her story, her struggles, and every lesson she had learned along the way. She wanted to share her truth. On the day of the event, Emma stood on the stage and looked out at the crowd. She took a deep breath and began, "I used to think purpose was something I had to find, like a treasure. But now I know purpose is something we create every single day." She spoke about her doubts, her failures, and her fears. Emma told them how every mistake had taught her something important. She explained that purpose grows through courage, kindness, and being open to change. Emma saw faces light up as she shared her journey. Emma asked the crowd, "What makes you feel alive? What brings you joy or hope?" She encouraged them to try new things, to be patient with themselves, and to remember that every story matters. Emma saw some people nod, others smile, and a few even cry. After her speech, many young people came to talk to Emma. They shared their own dreams and worries. Emma listened with an open heart. She reminded each person that their journey was special and that it was okay not to have all the answers right away. As the days passed, Emma continued helping others. She taught more art classes, started new projects, and kept writing in her purpose journal. She met people from many backgrounds and learned new lessons every day. Emma believed that purpose never stops growing. One afternoon, Emma took a walk in a quiet park. She sat under a tree and closed her eyes, breathing in the soft air. Emma reflected on her life, the ups and downs, the laughter and tears, the friends she had made, and the dreams she had shared with others. Emma realized that her purpose was not just about art or teaching. It was about making the world a little brighter for everyone she met. Her purpose was in every kind word, every smile, and every moment she chose hope over fear. Emma felt deeply grateful for this gift. Emma wrote her final message in her purpose journal. True purpose is found in the love we give, the hope we share, and the courage to keep growing no matter what. She knew her story was not finished. There would always be new dreams, new lessons, and new friends. Emma looked at the sky and whispered, "Thank you." She felt peace and joy, knowing she was living with purpose every day. She promised to keep helping others find their light, just as she had found hers, and to always stay true to her heart. Emma's journey shows us that finding your life purpose is not a race or a secret to be unlocked. It is a path we walk every day with small steps, big dreams, and an open heart. Each person's journey is unique and important, just like yours. So, what about you? What makes you smile, gives you hope, or fills your heart with joy? Be brave enough to start, gentle enough to forgive yourself, and strong enough to keep going. Your purpose is waiting to grow with every step you take. Take time today to write in your own journal. Try something new, help someone, or simply enjoy the beauty around you. Remember, every act of kindness, every dream you share, adds meaning to your life and the lives of others. Emma's story may be ending here, but your journey is just beginning. Carry her lessons with you, be curious, stay hopeful, and always believe in the power of love, courage, and new beginnings. The world is waiting for your light. Go and shine.